I'm going to start this video off with Vanessa Blank. That's one. She's got two YouTube channels. One's in English, one's in German. Now, I haven't watched the video, just saw I've downloaded it. I'm going to watch it later if I can. I'll probably watch videos part of the day, then watch the Super Bowl when it comes on. It's on in San Francisco, so it's going to be later in the day. It's going to be for an evening game, and for Arizona, we're like 1 or 2 hours earlier than San Francisco. But anyway, probably watch that just to watch the commercials. I got sick and tired of that guy taking a knee during the national anthem, and it's kind of soured me to a lot of sports. But anyway, start with Vanessa Blank. She's holding up a radio. Now, I haven't watched the video, so I don't know what particular service this frequency this radio is on. Now, the number of services, some of the stuff is legal here in the U.S. and it's not legal in Europe, and some stuff is legal in Europe, it's not legal here, or it's used here and not there. It's used one place and not the other. So it really depends upon what part of the world you're in, what radio services are legal. I have to see what Vanessa may be watching my videos. Check if you ever wanted to come to the U.S. and do a collab video with me. We'd kind of want to figure out what because their channels are quite a bit different. Her stuff is she's done 1 or 2 urbex, 1 or 2 ghosts, but most of her stuff is bushcraft, and she don't call it bushcraft and Abenteuer or adventure. That's what Abenteuer means, is adventure. I say Das Leben ist ein Abenteuer. Life is an adventure. That's what that means. And c'est la vie is French for that's life. But anyway, no, I'm not good in French. I know more Spanish and German than anything else. Well, English is my birth language. Might get to something else in a couple minutes. But anyway, Vanessa wants to, if we could, something I was going to cover now. There's a bunch of these hardcore survivalists. That's not quite what you're doing. You're doing survival, but not the real hardcore stuff. There's a handful of these people up in Idaho. Some of the real backwoodsy. I call backwoodsy, but these whatever they got up in Idaho, that people live on compounds. They're totally isolated from anybody. They get out. They get cameras watching their place. They're all solar powered. They're in the middle of nowhere, and they pretty much keep to themselves. Now I know Germany's got these Reichs is a name for it. They're extreme right-wing politically. They're real hardcore. Some of them are survivalists. Some of them are just real hard. The AfD, Alternative for Deutschland, those are real hardcore right. And I know those groups. And I think they've got, I think there's a lot of groups that, correspond with each other, either in English and German. There's probably quite a few groups that are of the same mindset. I'm not of that mindset. I'm right, but not hardcore right. Of course, a lot of ideas that a lot of my beliefs would be considered far left too. So I'm not going to categorize myself on one particular belief system or political platform, because I hope you see where I'm going with this. I don't want to be pegged down to one particular set of spiritual or political beliefs or whatever. You get what I'm saying? Now, besides Vanessa Blank, she's probably got, you never see this guy, but you see some of the videos she's made, it's obviously somebody holding a camera. So I'm thinking she's got a husband or boyfriend that she just doesn't want to put him on camera. Unlike Marlene, her YouTube channel is Marlene's Leben. Her stuff is mountain hiking and skiing. Her stuff is, she came through the U.S. one time. She did one video where she's doing the Route 66 thing, and why she didn't do a handful of videos here from the U.S. I don't get it. I don't get why she didn't do Route 66 all the way from California to Chicago. That's where they're gonna do the 100-year anniversary. I probably miss that, but I'd love to do that Winslow. And the Winslow is on Route 66, but I want to get up to get that Glenn Fry statue they put up there, because that Eagle song, standing on the corner in Winslow, Arizona, kicking a flatbed Ford. Hey, listen, if you haven't heard that Eagle song, they've got a statue, some local, here in Phoenix, some local DJs put together. When Glenn Fry died, they got together some money and put that statue of Glenn Fry on a corner in Winslow. There's actually a flatbed Ford up there. dedicated to that song. I don't know why I'm driving off, but anyway, that's part of Route 66. Now I'm going to cover several of the chicks. Well, it started with when Jonathan asked if I was in love with Alexa. Now I comment on her quite a bit, but I don't know her. First, I think she's probably way too young for me. There's some chicks here a little bit older. Uh, I've commented on their videos. I try to spread out, include quite a number of different chicks. Now this started with Vanessa Rose. We get to her in a second here. Also started with she sang in one of her videos that she didn't like guys. So one of my videos, I just played that comment she made in one of her videos and said, "Oh, chick, what if some guy stripped your clothes all off and kissed you all over? Maybe your opinion would change on guys." Well, right after that, she picked up his boyfriend Henry. You never saw him. The dude was too shy to get his face on camera, but you did hear his voice. It's obvious that Victoria and Henry had something going on, because it's obvious one of her, about 3 or 4 videos where she's moping around. It's obvious that he left her, and I can tell. But Vanessa or Victoria is back in the U.S. And chick, if you ever want to meet up with me, do a collab video. Yeah, we'd do a couple around here first. We'd hit up White Tanks and Estrellas and a number of the places around here first, and just see how well we work together. Same thing with any of the other chicks I comment on, like Wandering Gypsy. She may be getting jealous because I didn't. I commented on her videos quite a bit, along with Wonder Hussy. I'd commented on her videos quite a bit. And I said, well, I really need to branch out. I don't want her to think I'm fixating on her. I don't want her to think that I would ever stalk her, because I certainly would never waste my time stalking somebody. I never quite got the point. But I'd love to comment on their videos. That if Gypsy is jealous and wants me to fixate on her, she can let me know. Of course, I probably should have to do it publicly on one of these videos. Just comment, say, "James, I want you to comment on my videos some more." I certainly would. If she wanted to be my friend, I'll be her friend as long as she wants me to. I'm not going to, you talk about getting screwed over by people. People pretend to be your friend. I wouldn't do that. Now, if you give me a good reason to not want to be your friend, I couldn't see you doing it, but I'm not going to dump somebody just because I wanted to. I'm going to let them be my friend. Well, if we got together and made a collab video, yeah, it would boost my channel. I'm not going to deny the fact that that would be one of my interests, but I certainly want to meet up with you and make some interesting videos with you. That would be another objective of mine. And if it went beyond that, that would be 2 consenting adults making that choice. I think any chick out there understands that. If they want to meet up with me, would have to be, if it went beyond just making collab videos, it would have to be 2 consenting adults making that choice. I think we all know what, and for Alexa, we get back to her. She got this weird looking, what she calls a welding helmet. It's a pig-faced. Now I've seen some real welding helmets. A local welding store is a place that has welding equipment here in town. They had the real hardcore welding helmet. They did have a pig face. And I guess people like having a pig face welding helmet. Now I've dug mine out just to show Alexa what a real welding helmet looks like. I think I don't think I think she's just making YouTube videos for clickbait. Now I like the chick, I like watching her videos, but you never see her doing any welding. You never see her doing any mechanic work. Now if you look at Sleeper Dude, his kids, he's got one daughter, she's 16. I think she's had a 17th birthday. Cutest chick, one of the cutest chicks you could ever meet. She's pretty sharp from the videos that Sleeper Dude has made. So and she's got some mechanical skills. And his younger daughter, I think she's probably about 14 or 15 now. Another cute chick. She's got some mechanical skills. So I'm saying that there's a handful of. I've known a few women that the mechanics or welders. I'm just saying, you can tell by watching them that they know their stuff. I can use an arc welder, but I'm not good with one. Say it that way. You gotta keep your skills up if you any practice like that, along with a number of skills like that. Where am I going with this? I don't know. Some chick wants to get a hold of me, let me make a collab video with me. I thought Michelle mouthed to myself because she'd commented on one of my videos that she wanted to make a collab video with me. That's up to her. I'll leave that up to her if she wants to make a collab video with me. I'm not going to lose any sleep if she doesn't. Any of the chicks out there, if they don't want to do it on Frau Helga, yeah, I need to make another video about Frau Helga. Hey, her or I'm not stop calling you Frau Helga and just call you Helga. Well, I know several other Helgas. It's a common name. But anyway, hey, if you want to do that Geisterjäger with me or any other chicks, hey, if Victoria, well, both Victorias. There's a Victoria with it's a Russian name. I can't pronounce her name. She used to do her videos both in English and in German, but the later ones after, she had I think it was the English, American or British guy that she went around with doing, nature stuff. And right after that guy had died, I don't know quite what happened to him, but she became pretty distraught and stopped making her videos in English. Her English is as good as mine, that is a Victoria. And for Victoria Rose, hey, if you want some dude to make you forget Henry, come over here to Arizona. And if we want as two consenting adults, I'll make you forget Henry. They said, Henry who? I forgot that was my boyfriend for a couple of months. But he left me upset. That's the way life works. Not every couple. That's the reason you want to hang out with somebody for a while. Of course, even then, that doesn't guarantee that my sister, I haven't talked to her in 20 years. Something happened between me and my sister. I'm not going to post that on YouTube, but let's just say I haven't talked to her in over 20 years. She went through 4 husbands. She lived with a guy for a couple of years, marry him, then promptly divorce him. So just knowing somebody doesn't guarantee it's going to work. I'd never marry somebody. That would be my understanding with them, that we would never get married. We'd stay together. I can be faithful to a chick as long as she's faithful to me. She wants an open relationship. I don't know. I've never done that, so I might try it once. Some chick just wants to sit in a motel room with some of the devil's lettuce. Man, who knows what'd go from there? May go beyond what two consenting adults do under while consuming the devil's lettuce is a bit different than they would stone cold sober. Well, let me get back to my ghost meter. Let me check that real quick because I've rambled on here long enough. Hey, if any ghosts are out there, touch the top of this device I got in my hand. Habla me, Phantasma. I need to work on that. Sprech mit mir, Geist. Speak to me, ghost. Some Frau wants to teach me proper Hochdeutsch, whispering little nothings in my ear while I keep her happy. You let me know. She can teach me how to speak Celsius. Of course, I'm not bad at Celsius. Okay. Say goodbye from my downloads are finished. Probably head home. Okay, bye-bye. For Frau Helga, leben Sie wohl. Auf Wiedersehen, chick.